Good morning all. Let us see the video lecture on the cut set and tie set matrix. As a first step, I'll tell you how to form the equations in tie set matrix as well as in cut set matrix. So as a first step, I'll just draw a tie set matrix and I'll tell you how to form the equations in that particular matrix. Then just I'll draw a cut set matrix, and in that cut set matrix how to form the equations. So as a first step, just we will see how to form the KCL and KVL equations from tie set matrix and then cut set matrix. So first thing, let us take a tie set matrix. Let the matrix be like this. Let the matrix be like this. That is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5. Let the currents be links, the loop currents I1 and then I2. Let the matrix be 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and then 1, 1, minus 1, 0, and then 1. So this is your matrix. Sorry, this is 1. So 1 and then 1. Now just from this matrix, assume that a graph is given, and from the graph you have drawn a tree, and that from the tree you have arrived this tie set matrix. Now what I am doing, just I am writing the equations. So horizontal side, what you have to write, that is V1 plus V4 plus V5 is equal to 0. Horizontally just you have to take the voltage, and the second row you will be having V1 plus V2 minus V3 and then plus V5 is equal to 0. Am I right? So if you just check your first row and then your second row, just you are arriving these equations. And then horizontally you have to check. So these are your loop currents I1 and I2. Assume that J1, J2, J3, J4, J5 are your branch currents. So how can you write that particular equations? Just you can write like this. That is I1, that J1 is equal to I1 plus I2. Am I right? Similarly, second branch current be J2. You can call it as J1, J2 or I1, small I2 like that is equal to I2, because in I1 it is 0. Similarly, J3 is equal to minus I2. Similarly, J4 is equal to, you will be having only I1, and then J5 is equal to, what you will be having, J5 is equal to I1 plus I2. Am I right? So you got these two set of equations. So where your V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 are your branch voltages. Similarly, this J1, J2, J3, J4, J5 are your branch currents, and whereas your I1, I2 are your loop currents. So you have from the tie set matrix, after forming your tie set matrix, so you have arrived your equations like this. These two set of equations you have arrived. This is your KVL equations and your relation between your loop currents and your branch current equations you have arrived. Then if a cut set matrix is given, the same type of equations you have to just form it out. So I have to tell you how to form the equations from the given cut set matrix. So let us write the cut set matrix first. Cut set matrix, just I'll write the matrix first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So assume that 5 branches are there. Let you will be having 3 cuts, C1, C2 and then C3. So let the matrix be 0, 1, 1, 0, 0 and then 0, 0, 1, minus 1 and then 1. Now 1, 0, 1, minus 1, 0. So assume this is your matrix, cut set matrix. From the given tree you have to form the cut set matrix, right? So now we have to form the equations. So here where this I1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are your branches, C1, C2, C3 are your cuts. How many cuts you are doing? Here 3 cuts you are doing. Now here horizontally you have to write the branch currents. I2 plus I3 is equal to 0. Just take the row. If you take the second row, you will be having I3 minus I4 plus I5 is equal to 0. Just take your second row. Similarly, take your third row. You will be having I1 plus I3 minus I4 is equal to 0. So I have obtained this current equations. Now what you have to do, just now horizontally you have to look it out. So just you have to write like this, that is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 are your branch voltages. Therefore V1 is equal to, what you are having in V1? V1 is equal to E3, where E1, E2, E3 are your cut set. That particular cut set will be there, no cuts what you are doing, that particular voltages. Therefore V1 is equal to E3. Similarly V2 is equal to E1 and V3 is equal to, you will be having E1 plus E2 plus E3. Similarly your V4 is equal to minus E2 minus E3. Your V5 is equal to, you will be having your E2. Am I right? So in your tie set matrix, what you are doing, just in the horizontal side you are writing your voltage equations, and vertically you will be writing your loop relation between your loop currents and your branch currents. Whereas in your cut set matrix, what you are doing, just horizontally just you are writing your branch currents, and vertically you are writing your voltage equations. Just vertically you have to look it out, and you have to write your voltage equations. V1 is equal to that thing, you have to write it out. So like this you have to form your KVL and KCL equations from your cut set and tie set matrix. So if a graph is, or if a circuit is given, from the given circuit you have to form a graph. So from the graph you have to form a tree. Okay, so you can identify your twigs and you can identify your links. So from that particular tree you have to form the tie set matrix or cut set matrix, whatever it is asked, and then just you have to form these kinds of equations. Okay, clear? So in the next video we will just see about tie set matrix, and in the next video we will see about cut set matrix. Thank you.